All right, guys, in this video, you're going to see Charlie's first startup. You're going to see Charlie on the dyno, and you're going to see how many bald eagles that he makes, which is super exciting. And then starting right now, we're going to be running our Memorial Day sale, which is going to be 10% off all TSR parts and 10% off PROCHARGERs. So let's get into the action. All right, boys, today is the day. Brad and I were, and Brad Arnold came in clutch, dude, just about 8 o'clock, just the race car Swiss Army knife. He came in and helped us get this thing done. We worked till 4 in the morning. Now everybody's standing for these bald eagles, man, and we're about to let freedom ring here. So I'm going to give the phone to Todd, and we'll flip it around, let you see what it looks like, and we're going to fire it up.
Guys ready?
Brad gave it the first Whompers.
That's so loud you can't even hear the blower. No. Usually you can hear the blowers whine real bad.
Is it any louder, Todd?
Yeah.
Gosh. That's some allergy medicine right there.
Fireball out. It was like poop, poop.
Dude, that scared you. I don't know if you could see
I
that.
could see it in the car. I was like, oh, that's pretty serious.
Oh my
You guys
god.
said you were going to miss the flames. I mean, we
Trelly,
did.
what did you think? Was it a little loud? I'm so sorry.
Man, I was worried it wouldn't sound that good without the zoomies. It sounds sick.
There's a little fuel in the intake, so it ran down into the header, and that's what big. It was burning all that raw.
You
all that
don't
raw
think an
fuel.
injector's hanging?
It might. I'll say we might have an injector that's hanging open a little bit on this side. So, but
We're going to take it.
it was firing on all the EGTs were reading, so it was firing on all 8. So,
Man, it sounds good.
yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Ronnie?
I like it.
You want to make a lap?
Yeah, I'm ready. Is that super stocker approved?
Yeah. Dang, it sounds so sick. I couldn't stop smiling. I only got 3 hours of sleep. I'm still just awesome.
It's way louder. Not even close.
All right, we're gonna work on it some more, get everything dialed in, and then maybe we'll give you another fire up video after it's dialed. But it runs. Step 1.
There's just no turning back now, boys. Jaybird got all that done. All tape peeled off. And then around here, he had to redo that to go down and around it. So all this is done. We're going to test fit it on the car, see what it looks like.
Careful, I don't know if it's gonna clear the void or not.
Holy cow. It fits.
was like it was made for a blower. What do you think, Todd? It's not centered, Todd, because the blowers
touching, but it fits.
can't be centered. You got to pick your battles.
It's just how you look. You're just looking at it crooked.
Yeah.
Why can't it be centered?
Well, the hole's centered on the front end, but the blower's not centered in the car.
I know the blower's not centered.
So
on
you
the
could
car.
center the hole, but then it wouldn't. Then the hole wouldn't be centered on the bumper.
I'd rather have that.
All right. What do you guys think? What would you rather have, the hole centered or the?
So you can't cut a crooked hole.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I mean, it's big enough that it don't really.
It does look exactly like the T-shirt, except the T-shirt and the blower centered.
I think it looks good. What do you think, Cheese?
I love it.
That work on
Way better.
Didn't even get into the letters.
Nope. Yeah, if we want to get real aggressive later, we do have another bumper where
We cut a bigger
really
hole.
big hole. Then we can do Charlie ProCharger Brown.
It's his middle name.
He got adopted.
All right. Well, the front end fits. That's a plus.
It's the small wins.
Yeah, small victories.
I think we're gonna go ahead and we got the scales in the back, so we're gonna.
1980.
Actually, right now it's 1270.
Dave, what do you think? Well, Cheese, what's your guess? How much heavier do you think it's gonna be?
I think it'll be 30 more pounds on the nose.
Probably pretty close. What I was thinking.
You gotta pick a different number.
Yeah, you got
I don't think we ever test fitted it with the pipe.
Oh,
Dang.
Need some shims.
dang, we do gotta cut the hood. We should have checked that.
29 pounds now.
29 pounds.
We thought for sure it had a big enough hole in it, but apparently not.
Well, we never had the charge pipe on it. That's a bummer. It's way off.
Yeah,
It just needs a little hole about right here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Dang it.
There's about that much room right here.
Dude, this is a universal hood. You could just like any combo you got, we're gonna have the hole for it.
The hole just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Well, you don't even need this anymore. You can fill this back in.
Right.
A little
Yeah.
hole right there.
Unfortunately, we didn't save that piece.
I don't think we ever had it.
Well, yeah, because remember it used to have all these like little like holes that were like,
where it's carbureted nitrate.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it just kept like Jaybird's whittled that thing like 3 times.
I'm telling you, dude, I don't think we should even try to be fancy about it. We can just cut it.
I think you should Ronnie Mac it. Just grab the Sawzall and just.
It looks like it.
Yeah. We're gonna put some faux throttle bodies up there.
Oh, we got that other hood.
Yeah. I mean, we can try it, see if it fits.
I don't like that hood though. It's so tall.
I actually like. I saw a picture of it the other day, and I'm like,
Where is that hood?
the Sunoco hood. It looks good.
It's in the container, isn't it?
Yeah, we got a hood. Dude. We're like Brian with shoes.
We got hoods for different combos.
All right, we're gonna jack it up, then we're gonna put it on scale.
Let me see what this thing weighs. So,
That other hood was lighter.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Is Jebediah still here? No, he left.
we gotta weigh it with this hood because
Yeah.
That's true.
That other hood should fit.
Well, yeah, because the Sunoco bubble comes dang near down to the end.
I thought he was grabbing the grinder and just cut the hood.
I'm gonna go about 42 pounds heavier
42?
total. Yeah.
What do you think?
I can't make an educated guess.
It wasn't educated. It was just a guess.
What time is it in the day?
I think it's 4:30.
Oh yeah, the brain's really starting
Working
to.
about noon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's running low on oil at that time of the day.
You use the ProCharger oil? We got plenty of
stand on the rolling cart, might break his neck.
Oh, that looks like a bad. Yeah, that's a bad day, bud. There's a little orange ladder somewhere. I had the camera on and everything. I should have just let you go. Kentucky's funniest home videos.
It would have been good for Varner, because if I would have had a broken leg, I guess Varner's next in line.
It's funny straight.
Alright, hop up in there. So last time we had it on the scales, with the nitrous motor in it, it was 27.75 with Jason in it, with
In no prep trim.
yeah, in no prep trim. We got 200 pounds in the back right now, 100 in the trunk, 100 under the back bumper. It's got 200 pounds in the back. It was 27.75, exactly 50-50 front to rear. So it's a lot heavier.
Yeah. Yeah, quit laughing. It's going up.
Yeah.
How bad is it?
It's 28.50, 75 pounds heavier.
Dang, none of us was right. We're going to need that ladder hood.
And it's 52% on the nose now. Dang.
You got more plates cut?
This thing better make a bunch of horsepower.
All right, we know what it weighs. And yeah, all of us were wrong. It was a little heavier than what we thought. So we're going to get this thing loaded up, and we're going to hightail it to the dyno in the morning, and we're going to see how much that weight actually matters, because we're going to see how much more horsepower it makes. We have made it to the dyno. We are at Haltech, and yeah, we got a couple last minute adjustments to make. Gash is here with us. There he is. He's the star of the header build video, really. It's the only 10 Soldier YouTube video that he's watched because he was in it. That's what he said. So, Brad's getting this thing bolted dyno. Happy's ready to make horsepower. Jeffy's even here to clean the toter, so we're fresh for Shady Side. My dad's here, and we got Josh, which is the general manager of Haltech USA. So, proud to be a Haltech car, and we're proud to make some horsepower here today. So, a couple last minute adjustments, then we'll start making some bald eagles. You get busy, you forget that you're trying to make, cinematic adventures.
Magic.
Cinematic
magic.
Yeah. This is a high, we got a high budget for this. Yeah.
All right, so this is axle RPM across the bottom. This is essentially the wheel speed. So as you'll fire it up, go first gear, second gear, third gear, put it in high gear. It's a 3-speed, right?
Yep.
Okay, so put it in high
All
gear.
the gears.
Yeah. So you put it in high gear, give it throttle, not full throttle, just give it throttle until the speed catches up to 1,000 axle RPM.
Okay.
Okay, at this point right here, on this green part of the graph, that's where the dyno will put a load on it, okay? When it hit, and there'll be a white line that runs across here. You'll be able to see it. Be a white line that runs from here over to here. When it hits that point, it'll put a load on it. You'll feel it tug the car down, okay? At that point, smack to the floor. I want to see it get up on the converter and basically hang on the converter for a second and then back off. Okay. We don't know exactly what it's going to flash to, but
yeah,
it should be.
So just when it loads down, go wide open throttle, and then it'll come up, and then as soon as it starts to accelerate, just let off of it.
Watch this graph, because what's going to happen is, as soon as it makes 400 horsepower, it will start to accelerate the graph. Make sure you see it start to graph here. Okay. So if this screen will show, it'll go from 0 power or whatever, however much horsepower here. When you go full throttle, it'll make 400, and then it will start to accelerate here. Just get a partial, your own. Basically, if this is a full dyno run, you're going to do that much. You're just going to do a partial pull. We just want to look at boost and fuel and plug and all that stuff on this first pull.
Yeah.
So we're not trying to do a full
as soon as it starts really climbing, just get out of it.
Okay, but don't let out of it before the dyno actually starts.
It takes before it
This
actually
is more
starts
instruction than when I go down the freaking racetrack. This is way more complicated. And I've done this before here. And the scariest part is when you're driving a race car, you're concentrating on driving it. When you're here, You hear all the sounds that the car makes. You're like, this can't be safe. This can't be right.
You're like, I'm sitting on a 3,000 horsepower bomb.
I'm gonna put my helmet on, and I'm not even going anywhere. I barely booked it. Just gave it all like I was seat mounts in a jump. Just a whoop, and it made 1,500 horsepower, 1,100 foot-pounds of torque, almost 1,200. That's crazy.
Insane. That's really insane. And no RPM.
Dude, I literally was like, what? 1,500 horsepower. Yeah, you got. Instead of filling bottles, all we gotta do is put a vacuum on it. I mean, this is low maintenance. It's the highest quality Harbor Freight vacuum you can get. We wasted all our money on it. It's all that's left of the budget.
I love it.
I didn't clean the tool thing out for the last time, so this is from Yellow Belly. Wah, wah, wah.
Nitrous life.
All right, so we just got done with our first dyno pull. We just basically just rolled into it real quick just to see if we were even in the ballpark. And on like a half a second long pull, it still made 1,600 horsepower. So it was really rich. So we went ahead and put 8 new plugs in it, and we pulled some fuel out of the whole fuel map. And we got it cooled down. Now we're gonna make another one.
Yeah, it's like a finish line. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go to there.
That's where I got it.
I'm gonna go to there. Got it. Got it. Got it.
300. That should be. I don't know. 8,000.
If we don't make 2,000 horsepower, we suck.
What are you backing it up for?
Okay, because I want him to stop here, but if I put the tape here, he'll end up here. So
Oh, yeah.
I do run it. I do tend to run it a little faster.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I
We're
got
trying to go to 660 feet, not 820 feet.
I want to make sure I made it. You know what I mean? I might still be racing that guy at 700 foot. He just doesn't know it.
Here and it's rolling out like this because it's hitting the start speed before you're full throttle. Yeah, you're rolling into the throttle. Yeah. So when it loads it up to the floor. Yeah, that's the difference. That's why it's ramping up. That's why I stood up there to watch it.
I just got driver certified on a dyno. I don't know, boys. I just said there. I ain't even got to turn no nitrous on. I got no switches. I mean, I'm freaking useless.
Creeping up on it.
Yeah.
So on the second pull, we added a little bit of fuel to it because the O2 sensors were showing that it was a little bit lean, and it did not like it. So O2 sensors are just a number. So I'm thinking that where the O2 sensors are placed in the collector close to the end, we're just not getting a real good O2 sensor reading. And so they're reading a little bit on the lean side. So we went with our gut and we pulled some fuel out for that pull, and the motor liked it. So we went with our gut feeling with what the plugs looked like and the EGTs looked like, and the motor liked it. So we're going to leave the fuel alone for this one and just rev it a little higher. That was still only like 7,500 RPM,
we're gonna rev this thing to 8,800. Not on this pool, but
We're getting there.
We'll probably take it at 8,000 ish on this pool, and obviously because the PROCHARGER's hooked to the crank, the higher we rev it, the more boost it makes. So it made 2,000 on that pool. Hopefully on this pool it makes 2,400 ish.
Yep.
But yeah, so we're gonna not make any changes and just rev it a little higher and see what happens.
The 2D committee's back there trying to figure out what to do. So they're not sure what they're gonna do, but I know what to do. We're just gonna take this line right here and put it about there. It's gonna be perfect. They're gonna love it. All right, we've called in the official line mover. I had to move the line back. Now Gash is gonna move it to where I guess I'm allowed to go. Let's see. Always doing something else. Oh, dang, we went the other way. It's messed up, Gash. That's about where I took it to. That's gonna party. All right, we've been kind of chasing a little bit of a random misfire, so the guys are really diving into that. So we got the front end off, we had the valve covers off of it, just checking on the valve train. So just trying to be careful, man. This is really nice engine. So just making sure everything's good. We're also going to make this pool without the front end on it, just because we don't have the fresh air like we would going down the racetrack. See if that makes a little bit of a difference. And then, yeah, we'll probably just make one more, and then we'll be done for the night, and the rest of this will work out at the racetrack.
There we go. Now we're in the right direction.
Yeah, that sounded way better.
You could hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we found our... Oh, gosh, I think we found our problem.
Yep.
All right, guys, that is going to do it for our day on the dyno. We had quite a bit of problems, just small things, just that got in our way. But you know what? Mama didn't raise no quitters. You know, so we are, the boys are pulling plugs for the final time to look over everything. We're going to put this thing back in the box. And then bright and early when the rooster crows, we're going to be heading to Shady Side Dragway. So we're going to have a bunch of merch with us. Happy's going to have his autograph pin, everything. We're going to be ready to go. So we'll see you guys at Shady Side. Thanks for watching.
Each hill I drive is filled with pain and grace as the world prepares to